Right, here we are at the mighty Southfield Reservoir on the Wednesday Open. Now, you might wonder why I didn't put a blog on last Sunday. Well, I was depressed from football the day before. I dry netted. I was up there, 22, right at the other end, dry netted. Nearly Wayne had one next to me and other side, and there were probably 10 or 12 dry nets around me. Just never had a sign, never indication. And all fish were down here. When we say down here, today look, I'm 57. And the wind's changed, isn't that typical? The wind's off us back, and which is unusual for here. Normally it's blowing at you, and that's what you want lots of times. You can see the yacht club there, look. You can see the yacht club. There you go, look. And I'm third peg from end. End peg specialist, Roger Edmondson's drawn it again. He ran it the other week if you saw one of my blogs, but he'll not make mistakes today. He's got all that water. I think he'd be very, very surprised if he don't win it. So, but you know, it's like this place, you never know. But I'm also next to the legendary Paul Cannon. He hasn't been here for 9 years. Look at him. 3 flask man. He taught me how to put a brolly up and everything like that. Look at that, he's showing me dog away already. I'll send him down even more. So next spot, so that is guaranteed a good day, a laugh, and maybe even a drink of tea out of this flask. So we'll see. So I fancy this, to be honest with you. I think we'll get some pulls here. I'm quite happy with this. A bit worried about that wind changing, because that means that they might spread out. Because wind's been blowing down here for ages now, and all fish have been down here. So after my dry net, which is the first one I've had for a bloody long time on here, so it's what it is at the moment. So straightforward, dog's dinner, look, you can see there, look, we go to Marks and Sparks just to, you know, we drink tea with his little finger in there, so there you go, Marks and Sparks bag. That's Ben's dinner, that's my worms in my tubs, and they are fantastic. If you haven't got any of this kind of tubs to keep your live bait and your worms and everything like that, you've got to get some of them. They're fantastic. There you go, I'm being slagged off by Barnsley's number one. There he is, look, Winder man, there he is, Barnsley's number one. Hey, if you ever want your winders doing in Barnsley, he's your man. Right, so 2 rods, 2 soulless all-round rods, with braid on. If you're wondering what that reel is, you keep asking, it's a prototype. And it's very, 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 very good. So there you go, straightforward. You know the game now when it comes to Southfield. Maggots, worms, casters, straightforward. You know the game. You know what it's like on here now. That's my ground bait. Look, there you go. I didn't catch on Sunday with it, but I've been catching every other match on it. So a grenade I think I need at weekend to catch a fish. It was just horrible. But that's how it goes. Another day, that's where fish will be. So that's typical Southfield. So I think there's 40 anglers on here today for a midweek match. That's incredible, isn't it? I think there's 40 of us. But I know there's some big matches coming up, like Feeder King start next week. I know the Super League on it, Feeder Masters Super League. So there's some big matches coming out. So all the big boys are getting their guns and all mix up there, and Will Freeman, I think they've drawn next peg. So that should be a nice little battle. But end of the day, I'm third from end, and I fancy it. I think I'll get a few pulls today. I'm right looking forward to it. And Ben's running off. Look, he's had enough already. But straightforward. So, like I said, that's my ground bait. Make sure you have a look at the worm and live bait tubs. And if you haven't got any, trust me, they make a massive difference. And we'll see how we go. I'll let you know at the end of the shift. Right, that's the end of the match, and I've had 3. And them 3 weigh £10, 14 ounce. And Roger Edmondson on the end, he's had 7 for £20 something. So hopefully he wins match and I get my section. So it was quite a weird match really, because that sun, that's called a sun, that, believe it or not. Third chuck I got one, £3, £3.5. Thought, here we go. 3 hours later, there's only me got one down here. It's just up there, had a couple, and then Roger got a skimmer, and then he got 5 or 6 casts, and then with half an hour to go, my tip's gone round, and I got another one. Chucked back out, went straight round, got another one. I thought, wow, like 35 minutes, 25 minutes to go. I thought I'll get another one, and I didn't get another bite. Roger got 2, and so it's nearly £21. I'm hoping to get some money, then I'll win this section by default. So that's fair enough. Hey, how we going on, mate?
2.
Did you? 3. And so that's the end. But I've been testing a couple of rods today, and for next year, for Nitro team, and I got them yesterday. So I've been testing them, and 2 of them really nice. The other one is going in greenhouse to oak tomatoes up, but 2 of them I must admit are really nice, and I just need to sort the other one out. But I guess that won't be a problem. I mean, I'll be honest with you, one of them's a 9 out of 10, one's probably an 8 out of 10, and the other one I won't give it 1, to be honest with you, but that won't be at range, I can assure you. But no, it's looking good, they look nice, and the fish nice, so we'll see. But that's what I've been doing today while fishing a match. So yeah, I enjoyed it company. We've had a bit of a laugh next to Paul Cannon. We've had a laugh with him, so we'll see, and we'll have to wait and see. So I've had £10.14, I can't grumble. I'm hoping that I get a section by default, and hopefully Roger gets in top 3 or 4. So that's how it goes. I had a nice day anyway. Let you know how it goes. Well, I just got back. I've had 3 bream for £10.14, so crack, looks like I've just got off my motorbike, doesn't it? So I've had 3 pulls, but I've had 2 indications as well, so a couple of little indications. Roger was second in match at MPEG. He wasn't going to make many mistakes from there, but there were £31 off peg 33, so and there were another weight just next but one, I think it was, so it sounded like that was a good area. But it was weird because for 3 hours only me caught a fish, and then Roger started catching, which you were always going to do on that peg, and you can't put Roger on a peg like that. He's just too good on that venue, and when they've come, like, he just took advantage of it really. So I've got a section default, so I can't grumble, and probably that were all our best to do. But all fish are still out, and they're all at like 50 to 60 metres at the moment, all feeding fish. But that'll change as soon as it gets warm. The fish will come in, they'll be into like probably 30 metres to start with, then you'll start catching them at like 15, 16 metres in a few weeks' time, as soon as it gets warm, before they go off to spawn, and then we'll start catching smaller fish. It's it is a little bit predictable, but it's fishing really well. Apart from that, the big fish, you don't need many pulls. Every fish is £3. But that's typical at this time of year. But there's going to be some big weights on the next few weeks as it warms up now. But we'll see. So yeah, so a little bit of Chinese, and we'll see what happens. And by the way, anybody wants a day out on Saturday? We're doing a day at Angling Direct in Manchester, so we're going to be there 10 while 3. So anyone wants to pop along, ask some questions, have a look at our new tackle, and I'll just come for a chat and a cup of tea, and we'll have a laugh and a giggle. But we're going to be there in Manchester at 10 while 3, and then we'll get ready for Sunday, where it's the is it 5th? I think it's 5th round of the Spring League back at Southfield. Only 2 matches to go, believe it or not, but it's over. But I've no chance in it, so all I'm basically doing is fishing for daily money. So, but that's what it is. So looking forward to it. But everybody come inside. I look forward to seeing you all, and we'll have a giggle and a laugh and a cup of tea, and I'll show you our new products. See you then, maybe.